Now, the funeral for the late Reverend Jesse Jackson was held today. Unfortunately, many top Democrats from around the country, they used this solemn event to get political. Well, not a shock. Now, needless to say, like many of his elitist Democratic friends, former President Barack Hussein Obama is suffering from a very severe case of Trump derangement syndrome. Take a look.
Each day we're told by those in high office to fear each other and to turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others, and that some don't even count at all. Everywhere we see greed and bigotry being celebrated, and bullying and mockery masquerading as strength. We see science and expertise denigrated, while ignorance and dishonesty and cruelty and corruption are reaping untold rewards. Every single day we see that, and it's hard to hope in those moments.
Okay, whatever. In reality, Obama is frankly just angry that our current president is exposing and has exposed his weak, pathetic foreign policy from when he was president. He should be embarrassed. Here's my message to the former president. The Ayatollah's favorite president. He's the guy that gifted them $1.7 billion, your money. He gave it to the Iranians. What did they do with that money? Well, that helped them build out their nuclear weapons program and help fund terrorism around the world. The guy that's the friend of Jeremiah Wright, remember his pastor who proudly shouted GD America the Sunday after 9/11/01, close friend of, Weather Underground domestic terrorist organization members, Bill Ayers, Bernardine Dohrn. By the way, I do have sources that were friendly with Jesse Jackson. They tell me he was never particularly fond of Obama, who sought to divide Americans at every opportunity, even today at Reverend Jackson's funeral. But thanks to Trump, Obama's legacy is nothing more than a distant memory and, frankly, memorialized by one of the most ugliest, buildings ever constructed. See that building there? That's called the Barack Obama Presidential Center. Sure, a lot of people will visit over the years. Nobody will remember him. Not much to remember. Here with more. He's the host of Life, Liberty, Levin, right here on the Fox News Channel. We call him the Great One. Mark Levin, thank me. God bless us. How am I? Mark, you can comment on Obama if you want. I know you probably would rather comment on, it's not even a full week. What an incredible display of America might and power and intelligence partnered with the Israelis. We have never witnessed this before in history.
First of all, as Obama was ranting there, I thought he was talking about Joe Biden, but I guess I was wrong. The Democrats have launched their own operation called Operation Sabotage. This campaign that the president is leading, our great commander-in-chief and his great Secretary of Defense and great Secretary of State and Director of the CIA, we've never witnessed anything like this, ever. And it is so fast, it is so powerful. With our allies, the Israelis and the great Prime Minister there, Netanyahu, this will go down in the history books. And that's what's driving the Democrats and their media nuts. First of all, I would ask the Democrats a question. If you had your way today, you would cut this whole war off right now. You would say surrender, get out. They would redevelop everything that they're developing right now, because that's what they tried to do the other day, and they failed by a few votes. The American people need to understand the Democrat Party is trying to sabotage the United States military, the commander-in-chief, in the middle of a military operation, what I call a peace operation, because that's what it is. Peace through strength. This is peace through strength. This is a peace mission. That's number one. Number two, they're giving aid and comfort to the enemy. When communist China and fascistic Russia and the inbred in North Korea and the Quislings, starting with, the UK and others, and when the enemy, here's our Democrats speak about our military. Here's our Democrats speak about our commander-in-chief. Hear them speak about our country. We, the American people, they think they have some hope left. Some hope left. They were hoping the Democrats would win these votes. The enemy within. The Democrat Party has lost its way. It gives aid and comfort to the enemy. It's undermining our troops in the field. And Americans need to understand this. So let me tell you something, Democrats. The American people don't like it. Maybe your left-wing kooks like it, but the American people are going to make you pay a price for it, and they should. And they say, what's the mission? What's the mission? Khomeini's gone. The senior leadership is gone. The nuclear sites they try to recreate, they're all but gone. Most of their ballistic missiles are gone. Most of their drone sites are gone. You still want to know what the mission is? The enemy knows what the mission is. The Chinese know what the mission is. The Russians know what the mission is. But the Democrats don't know what the mission is. Of course, we all know what the mission is. It's destroy the enemy and try and get a government in there, not of our choosing. Doesn't have to be a democracy. That would be nice. That's not going to build nuclear missiles and fire them into our country. Tell me, Democrats, what have you done to protect this country? Barack Obama's there spouting off like it's the 1960s. Barack Obama handed them nuclear weapons. Biden paid for the nuclear weapons. That's the idea of Democrats defending us. What about the tens of thousands of people who were slaughtered in Iran? Have you ever heard the Democrats talk about them? The Democrats say they're for women's rights. Really? Are they for the way women are treated in Iran? Apparently so. Right, AOC? You haven't said a damn thing on their behalf. They never, ever praise our military, do they? You have Hakeem Jeffries saying that we're going to lose the war. You know what that is? That's a traitor. That's right, I said it. That's a traitor. Now, they wave around the Constitution. These people who hate the Constitution, they wave it around and they say, the Constitution says you can't go to war without our approval. So they're illiterate on top of everything else. Where does the Constitution say that? Which framer of the Constitution ever said that? None of them. The original draft of the Constitution said Congress shall make war. They took it out. They said Congress shall declare war. 11 declarations of war, most of them in World War II, the last one in 1942. So when Jefferson, one of the great minds of the founding, when he went to war against the Barbary pirates and he didn't get a declaration of war from Congress, was he violating the Constitution too? Was every virtually president, Democrat or Republican, violating the Constitution? And the War Powers Act is an unconstitutional statute intended to amend the Constitution. That great Obama there and Biden and all the rest of them said it was unconstitutional because it is unconstitutional. Let me just say this. Go America, go president. You got 92% of MAGA behind you, and I bet you have most of the country behind you. We're going to destroy this enemy, free the people in Iran. China's upset, the Russians are upset, and the Democrats are upset. That's it. I'm done.
And to be a Democrat, you have to cheer for failure. How pathetic is that position? We have a great one in hockey. His name is Wayne Gretzky. The great one in politics and political thought, right there, Mark Levin. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.